Hey Flosstube, my name is Christine and I'd like to welcome you to Stitching in the Burrow, my little place here in the YouTube world where I show you my cross-stitching projects. I'm also known by the same name on Instagram if you'd like to follow me there. It's been probably about 5 weeks since I've come and spoken to all of you. I started a new job. If any of you had watched my previous Flosstube, you knew that I had started a new job. So trying to get into the swing of things has really been challenging. So today is July 16th. Yes, July 16th, 2024, and this is Flosstube number 26. I'm going to go ahead and show you what stitching I did get done. It's not nearly what I have normally been able to get done, but I didn't want to wait any longer in trying to come to see you all and show you my stitching and give you some updates. So we'll just dive right in and get going, okay? All right, so the first one that I'm going to show you is your favorite, Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. This is a chart by the Cross Stitch Studio, and this is a focus piece for me this year that I would like to see finished. I am giving it my best shot to get it completed. Since you saw this one, I believe I have put in 1,092 stitches. I also use this as an I Spy piece for the month of June because it's the piece that I have that I consider closest to a finish. So let's see. So you could see all of it. It goes down. I'm working on the side over here. I'm trying to go ahead and go all the way down and finish it, then I'll come back up. So instead of going across, I'm going down now. So there's still a lot of stitching to be done. I don't know what percentage I'm at on this yet. I have not updated my pattern keeper piece to tell me how much is actually done on it. So as soon as I do that, then I'll let you all know. But this piece is supposed to have 176 stitches a day on it. I am still back in February, and that's okay. No worries. Get it done as fast as we can. So the next piece is a piece that I started for Stitch Mania. Well, I was supposed to start it for Stitch Mania, and I did not. However, I did start it in July. I started this one July 6th. And this is called Wonders of the Night by Climbing Goat Designs. And I was attracted to this piece because I love the way it looks. I love the night sky. I love all the detail in here. I think it's just going to look fabulous when I get it stitched. So in my stitching, it's a little bit over here in the corner and some of the moon, the phase of the moon right here. So I thought that was kind of neat that it's got the different phases of the moon that goes around the outside of it. So, but that's where I made it to. And this is stitched on a piece of 18 count black Aida. And so there it is, that piece right there in the corner, and then the little piece of the face of the moon. So it's going to be exciting to stitch. It's harder to stitch though, especially if your eyes are tired. I think I've said that before, so I've tried to use my light that goes around my neck to try to help stitch. I've also, I put a light box in my wish list on Amazon so that I can try to do that underneath and see if that works, but we'll see. This piece was for no reason, except that I saw another Flosstuber and I should have grabbed her name. I apologize. But she is working on Mickey's Coffee, and I got inspired to go ahead and pull mine out and work on it. This is a piece, I'm not sure if I know who the Etsy store is. I'm not good at telling you all these things, folks. So, but if you want to know where it's from, just ask me. I was attracted to this piece because it's a vintage and it's Mickey and it deals with coffee. So I just like the layout of it. I thought it was really neat. And I was able to put some stitches in here. I don't know how much more since you all have seen it. It is a tiny piece. It's not going to be very big. It's folded, but you can tell it's going to be a smaller piece. So I was able to get some more Mickey done, or the word Mickey. So, and it's not a bad piece to stitch. It has some color changes and stuff, but it's not. This next piece, let me see. I started it. Oh, I'm actually missing a piece. I didn't bring with me. Okay. This piece is for I think it was I Spy, and it was something that reminds you of summer. So it's the 4th of July and the flag for me. So this is a piece by the Cross Stitch Studio, and it's called Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm sorry if you hear that water, that's the washing machine going. So, and this is on a piece, I believe, of 16 count Ada. It's really, there's a lot to it. So this is where I'm at. I didn't get too much stitched on it, but I did try to put some stitches in it for July. Oh, and on top of starting a new job, we also got a new puppy. Well, we were supposed to get one new puppy, and we got two. So that's kept us quite busy as well. This next piece was for a categories challenge for the letter Y, and it was for a color, and I did it for yellow. And this is by Artisy Designs, and it's called the New Solar System. I love stitching this piece. This piece is a happy piece for me to stitch on. Over here, working in this area here. I did not do too well at, I know we're already midway through the month of July, and I think I've done one prompt on my categories. I have the best of intentions, but they don't seem to work out for me lately. That's okay. That's all good. This next piece is a piece that I would like to try to get finished this year, and it is a piece that I would like to try to put in at least 6 strands of floss a day. It's not happening. Again, I feel like I keep saying it's not happening, but we're just going to go with what I am stitching. This is Anne of Green Gables. And this is done with DMC 824. And I was able to put in a little bit more stitching over here where the tree is, and some more. I love stitching on this piece, especially if I don't want to do a bunch of color changes. It's the piece to work on at that time because it's just one color. So, but there is, you know, with the openings in it, the negative space, it is a lot of counting instead of just full coverage. So I do enjoy that piece. And then I actually got to the point this month where instead of just following my book of things to do, I started spinning my decision wheel again, and that is how this one came about. And I think the new start that I just showed you for the planets, the wonders of the night, those two came about. But this piece is a focus piece for January, February, March. I know we're past that date. It was for Full Coverage Fanatics, and it was for one of their monthly prompts. And so this one is supposed to have 100 stitches a day, 9,000 by the end of the time that the 3 months are done. And this particular one, since you've seen it, I was able to put in 400 stitches, and this is Radio City by Stitches So Beautiful. And they have a ton of new patterns. If you haven't taken a look at them, stop by and see them. They've got some great patterns going on. They have some stitch alongs going on. One of them is for the pattern I'm working on called A Beautiful, I think it's Beautiful Place is what it's called. But there's lots of stuff happening with that particular group. This one, I'm almost to the other end. So, almost across, not quite. So, this one's fun to stitch on too. Um, I try to stitch more than the 100 stitches at a time. I do it, but... And that is all that I have been able to stitch in the 5 weeks since you all have seen me. So not a lot completed, but I did enjoy the time that I did get to stitch. And I do have some time today. My day is not that full today. So I am going to sit down and stitch for a little bit. And I was going to do that now, but I decided I wanted to come on here and talk to you all and at least update you. So you didn't think I fell off the face of the planet. I am here. I'm still here. I'm tired. I'm getting used to going back into an office and working, so that's been a big deal for me. I haven't been back to an office since 2020, so it is different. I like it. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it is taking some getting used to. So, some things that I did receive since I've seen you last. I am in the fabric of the month for Be Stitch Me fabrics, and this is the fabric for the month of June. I don't think it's any spoilers because we're in July, so if you haven't opened your fabric yet for the month of June, look away, but this particular piece is called this, and it's a good piece. I've already got some ideas on what I would like to stitch on it, so I'm waiting for July's piece to come in to see what that is. The other day I was scrolling, I think it was Facebook. It was either Facebook or Instagram. And in one of the groups for Charting Creations, someone showed their pattern that they had finished their project for this particular one. And I fell in love with it, just the way that it was framed and just what it looked like when it was stitched. And so I had to grab this piece, and it is called Be Still My Soul, and it's by Charting Creations, and I absolutely love this piece. I will probably go and get a piece of fabric so I can start this. I do want to start this as soon as possible. And they framed it with like a kind of weather, say what beaten kind of frame. It just went perfect. Like it was kind of color of piece of wood that you would stick or something that you would find on the beach, but it was just so perfect with the picture, the way they framed it. I'm not doing it justice by explaining it to you, but it was really nicely done. So I will probably take their framing technique because I think it looked amazing. So this next one is by Shannon Christine Design. I am in their monthly club, and this is one of them she put out. It's called Aloha. This screams summer. The next one screams summer as well. It's called Fresh Lemonade. It's by Shannon Christine Designs. She has other ones that are out that are not part of her club, but she has beautiful designs that she does. So I'll go take a look at her. Let me enable you as much as possible. I'm also in her Christmas club, and this is a Christmas nest that she has created. Sorry, don't mean to make y'all sick. So, I think this bird is absolutely cute. Basket, whatever it's in. And I'm not sure if I showed this one. She does the Christmas mug club, and it's a bunch of different mugs that are laid out with a border and everything. And this was next in the club, and it's the Nutcracker mug. And I don't know if I showed this to you yet, but if I have not, here it is. If I have, then forgive me. But here, look at it again. And that is pretty much all I have gotten in. So I've tried to stay away from looking at things so that I'm not purchasing things, and just taking as much time as I can to stitch what I already have. So I hope you all are doing well. My plans are to go forward and focus on Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. I have not touched my Anna Green Gables, my focus piece for the year. It had no stitching this past month. Um, yeah, so there's quite a few things I need to be working on, or I'm just going to spin my wheel and see what I feel like stitching that day. I'm trying to hold my plans pretty loosely. Let's just leave it at that. Because I may have the best of intentions and I just may feel like stitching on something else. So, you know, I make the plans and we can change them, right? There's no hard, fast rules that say that we can't. So as long as we enjoy what we're doing. So hopefully I'll be back to see you soon. I try to say that in 2 weeks, and here it was 5 weeks. So, I'll be back as soon as I can, hopefully in 2 weeks, to see you all and to give you an update on what I am doing. So, until I come back and see you all, take care of yourselves and indulge in self care. And happy stitching to all of you. I'll talk to you then.